Okay, so have you ever been to one of those family dinners, where like everyone's there and you think it's going to be normal, but then bam, something crazy happens?
Well, absolutely. It's like that moment when you realize this isn't your grandma's famous casserole. Something's up.
Exactly. And that's what we're diving into today, a story so wild, it ended up as an episode of the True Crime podcast, Whispers of Crime.
Oh, I know. Whispers of Crime, they always dig up the juicy stuff.
Yeah, and this one is no exception. I mean, the title alone is a mouthful. Wife exposes husband's affair with her sister in family gathering. Ends horribly.
Wow. Okay, so right off the bat, we've got family drama, betrayal, and a hint of something sinister.
You got it. And the Whispers of Crime host really sets the scene well. It all starts with this woman, Sarah, hosting a seemingly ordinary family dinner. Everyone's gathered, enjoying the food, oblivious to the bombshell about to drop.
So it's like a perfectly normal dinner, then what? She just blurts it out.
Well, not exactly. See, Sarah's husband, Tom, is having an affair with, get this, her sister, Megan.
Oh no, that's a recipe for disaster. You never want to be caught in the middle of a family feud like that.
You're telling me, but instead of confronting them privately, Sarah decides to use this dinner as a platform for revenge.
Bold move. I can already imagine the tension in the room.
Oh, it's thick with it. And the podcast does a fantastic job of describing the atmosphere. Sarah comes armed with evidence. Printed texts, photos, even financial records. She even involves the police, claiming Tom and Megan were involved in some shady business.
Whoa, hold on. So she basically calls the cops on her own family in the middle of dinner. Talk about a mood killer.
Right. Imagine being one of the other guests, just trying to enjoy your mashed potatoes, and suddenly you're caught in the middle of this explosive confrontation.
It's almost like a car crash. You know it's about to get messy, but you can't look away. So how do Tom and Megan react?
Well, according to the podcast, Tom is completely blindsided, speechless. Megan, on the other hand, she tries to deny everything, but the evidence is stacked against her.
That's going to be an awkward car ride home. But what I find fascinating is how Sarah uses this public setting to take back control. It's like she's saying, you want to play games? Fine, but we're doing it my way now.
It's a powerful statement. And the fact that she involves the police suggests this isn't just about revenge. She's also seeking some form of justice.
Right. She's not just airing dirty laundry. She's exposing potential criminal activity. So it's a family dinner from hell, but it's also a story about betrayal, revenge, and the lengths we go to when we feel wronged.
Absolutely. And believe it or not, this is just the tip of the iceberg. So Sarah's exposed this whole affair right there at dinner, cops and all. You'd think that would be dramatic enough, right?
You'd think that's the climax, right? Family secrets out, justice is on its way, case closed.
You would think. But this is where the story takes an even darker turn.
Oh boy, buckle up, everyone.
Because Sarah starts getting these threatening text messages, super cryptic and menacing. The podcast doesn't reveal who's sending them right away, so it's like, who else could be involved in this mess?
Yeah, talk about suspense. It's like someone's playing mind games with her, adding another layer of creepiness to the whole thing.
And you know what's creepier? These texts, they start luring her back to her old house.
And an old house. Okay, now that's just asking for trouble. Like, haven't they ever seen a horror movie?
Right, bad things happen in old houses. But Sarah, she goes back. And that's when the podcast drops the bomb about who's behind those messages.
I'm on the edge of my seat. Tell me it's not the ghost of the family dog coming back for revenge.
Worse, it's Megan's boyfriend, Josh. Seems he found out about the affair on his own.
Oh man, that's a whole other level of complicated.
Right, and here's the thing, Josh. He doesn't know that Sarah exposed everything at the dinner, that the police are involved, the whole 9 yards, so he's going off incomplete information, thinking he needs to take matters into his own hands.
Ah, the classic case of acting without knowing the full story. Never ends well.
And it doesn't. He confronts Sarah at the house, and things get heated fast. Accusations are flying, emotions are boiling over, and it quickly escalates from words to,
Don't tell me it turns into a brawl, like something out of Jerry Springer.
Well, it's more intense than a TV brawl, because according to the podcast, Megan shows up at the house right in the middle of this whole confrontation.
Oh no, talk about walking into the lion's den. So what, does she try to break it up? Does she escalate things?
Neither. She ends up shooting both of them, Josh and Sarah.
Whoa, hold the phone. She just shoots them like dead.
Dead. There's a huge turning point in the podcast because suddenly Megan's not just the other woman, she's a killer.
Okay, yeah, that definitely changes things. Talk about a plot twist you don't see coming. But was it self-defense? An accident? Or did she go there with that intention?
That's what the police are trying to figure out, and what makes it even more suspicious is what Megan does next.
Let me guess, she doesn't call 911 and say, oh my gosh, there's been a terrible accident.
Nope. She goes into full-on cover-up mode, tries to make up an alibi, ditches anything that might link her to the scene. It's like one bad decision just leads to another, and it keeps spiraling further and further out of control.
It's like that saying, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive, and she's caught right in the middle of it.
And the Whispers of Crime host, they really know how to build this suspense. It's like you know something bad is about to happen, but you just can't look away.
Like watching a slow-motion train wreck.
Totally. And the police, they're not falling for Megan's act. Not one bit.
Well, the truth has a funny way of revealing itself, right?
You'd think. But remember those witnesses who placed Megan's car near the old house?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not exactly helping her alibi.
Oops, looks like someone forgot to tie up loose ends. And you can almost feel the walls closing in on her as the podcast goes on.
Right. It's like, girl, just tell the truth. But I guess that's not really an option at this point.
Not when you've woven yourself such a tangled web of lies. And it's a shame because in the process, she's kind of lost that victim status she had going on.
Totally. Started with an affair, then bam, 2 people dead, and now she's facing murder charges. Talk about a fall from grace.
It's a harsh reminder that actions have consequences. But honestly, what I find most disturbing is how this whole thing started with something so relatable. I mean, who hasn't felt betrayed at some point in their lives?
Right, we've all been there.
Yeah.
But it's like, this story shows how easily that hurt can morph into something darker, something destructive.
And the ripple effects, they just keep going. Sarah and Josh, their families are devastated. And even Tom, he's lost everything. It's just tragic all around.
Yeah, and the podcast doesn't shy away from that, from the human cost of this whole ordeal. It leaves you with this heavy feeling, like what really went wrong here? Where's the justice in all this?
Right. Because in the end, Megan's the one who ends up arrested, her fate uncertain, but nobody really wins in this scenario. It makes you think about how we respond to betrayal, how anger and hurt can cloud our judgment and lead to choices we never thought we'd make.
It's a heavy topic, no doubt. But that's what we do here on The Deep Dive. We unpack these wild stories, the twists and turns, the psychology behind it all, and hopefully leave you with something to think about long after the episode's over.
Exactly. Because sometimes the most disturbing stories are the ones that hit a little too close to home. They remind us that even in the most ordinary of settings, like a family dinner, there can lurk extraordinary darkness. And that, my friend, is something to chew on. And with that, we wrap up another deep dive into the complex and often unsettling world of true crime. We'll be back next week with another case, another glimpse into the dark side of human nature.
Can't wait.
Until then, stay curious, stay informed, and as always, stay safe.